Hello everybody, hope you're doing very well, and today I thought it might be interesting to have a look at my rarest football shirts in the collection. Now that can be quite a difficult thing to measure because, for instance, I have a shirt here, which is, unless you've seen the video, you might not necessarily be familiar with who this is. This is a team from Estonia, go by the name of FC Elva. Now, this is their home shirt from around about 2012. They're a small team in a small nation when it comes to football. There ain't going to be many of these have been released anyway, let alone have them be still brand new. So technically, that's an exceptionally rare shirt. However, a lot of the shirts I own are like that. So I thought it might be easy to focus on the ones that have been explicitly numbered, so the ones that are limited release, that we know that there is only ever going to be X amount of genuine ones floating around. So I pulled all the ones that I have, usually the ones that are in boxes, and I've ranked them from the most popular down to the most rare. And at first we need a little bit of a control. So when it comes to Chelsea, in the 22-23 season, apparently they sold, I presume worldwide, 1.4 million shirts. Now, I presume that goes across home, away, and third shirts, maybe including some goalkeeper shirts. Home shirt's going to be probably the most popular one. Even if we take 500,000 of those, that's a lot of units. So bear that in mind when I start giving you some of these numbers. And also, I have a lot of limited edition shirts, but the clubs haven't released the numbers. So it's possible there's plenty of them in here that are technically limited to a fewer number, but I just can't tell you for sure. Let's start with this one here, and it is Bochum, team from Germany, and it's their rainbow shirt that they've released. So it's black with obviously the rainbow colour scheme going across there, and it's the one that comes in the box that's just up there. This was released to the massive number of 4,630, and this one is number 1,157, as it says in the bottom of the holographic print there. So that was a pretty rare shirt, but I'm sure we can do better than that. Well, how about we go to this unforgettable football shirt released by Napoli. It is, of course, the Valentine's Day shirt, because every club needs a Valentine shirt. Napoli were going absolutely crazy for their shirt releases. And you know what? There's only 3,700 of these beauties floating around in the world. This is number 522, and it actually says it on the tag there with regards to Kappa. So unfortunately, there's not many of them floating around, which is a little bit of a shame because I know how much everyone loves that particular shirt. Let's go to something that's a little bit simpler, a little cleaner. And we're going to go back to Germany. You find a lot of Germany ones because they like to do their Sondertrikots. And here it is. It's Arminia Bielefeld. And it's their shirt celebrating the West German Championship in 1923, which is actually the number that the shirt was released to. 1,923 of these floating around. When it comes to Macron, they tell you the number on the inside of the collar, and this is number 428. So it's a really nice shirt with a lot of detailing embossed with all the names of the players who played in that particular final match. 1,923 floating around. The numbers are dropping. Sticking in Germany and with Macron, we have Hanover. And this is their sort of Blackout shirt, their Blackout tricot. I believe this was my first ever Blackout shirt. It was obviously a very popular colour scheme. I avoided it for a while, but you know what? It's pretty smart. Similar to the other one, the number is on the inside. This is number 797 of 1,896. So only, I don't know, 30 or so less, but it's still rarer than the Arminia Bielefeld shirt. So very cool. What is going to be coming up next? Well, you know what? Possibly still my favorite shirt in the collection. It is Bari. This is spectacular. I love this beautiful shirt. The crossover with the brand there. Absolutely spectacular. Very, very nice. Limited to 1,501. So there's still plenty of them floating around. It is the LC23 collaboration. And of course, it has that graphic on the bottom. And this has the number at the bottom there. So this is number 722. Very, very good. So anybody who also has one of those will probably testify that it is an amazing, amazing shirt. Now we're going to go back to Germany. This time it's Nuremberg. And it's the Mench Shirt. It's a shirt they released just before the breakup for the Qatar World Cup. Remember that? And this is the sort of almost like a way of commenting on the conditions leading up to the World Cup itself. It is a whiteout shirt, of course, with the exception of the Mench sort of slogan on the front. This one, unfortunately, doesn't actually tell you on the shirt what number it specifically is. It is limited to 1,000 though. Yes, only 1,000 is floating around. Of course, it has the box as well, which also doesn't say it in there. At least I couldn't find it. But beautiful, beautiful shirt there. Very, very nice. So we've had 1,000. Surely the next one must drop below that. Well, it does indeed. And we have Hellas Verona. Italy's turn this time. Very, very nice shirt with that sort of almost sort of shiny sponsors going on there. It's the one that comes in the tin, the cookie jar, and this is released in a limited value of 787 because this is a tribute to the stadium of the club, and that number represents the number of players that played at that stadium up until a certain point, obviously. Of course, that number is probably greater now. And this one was really difficult for me to tell, wasn't it? Because it's got a terrible hologram on it. I think it was something like 623, but yeah, regardless, it's limited. 787 of those. Not many of them. Next, we're going to go to Spain, and it's Kappa's turn again. And here it is. It's Deportivo La Coruña. It's the ecological shirt that they've released, trying to promote recycling and reusing of materials. So they decided that they'd release another shirt. So, of course, that's a great thing. It's a blue-out shirt. Not many of those you see floating around. Pretty much the reason why I picked it up. And it's limited to 500. Only 500 of these, which is probably a good thing considering the idea behind the shirt. And again, it's not one that tells you the total. It doesn't even have it on the tag, which is, the Napoli one had it on there, but this one couldn't tell you explicitly, but I just know that the club said there's only 500 of them. So that's very, very smart. Here we go. It's one that you'll be familiar with because it was on the last video. It is Metz. Yes, it's Metz from France. Very, very nice. Of course, it is that artistic one that they've released, their fourth shirt from last season. Comes in that wooden box. Very, very good. And of course, you probably still remember this is also limited to 500. And this time they have it at the bottom there with a little artistic sort of signature. This is number 460 of them. Very cool shirt. Love that. Okay, then we have 2 more to go. What number are we going to see? Here we go. Runners up. The second rarest shirt in my collection is this one. It's the RZ Alkmaar shirt released last year. It is the tribute to the Dutch victory over the Spanish all the way back. It's got the sort of the artistic war sort of painting graphic at the bottom there. It's all in purple. But other than that, it's a pretty simple shirt. And this one is released to 450 pieces. 450 of these. This is number 121. So very, very rare. I remember it took me a hell of a lot of time to get through on the website to be able to add it to the collection. However, we have 1 more to go. I reckon some of you will be thinking, I know exactly what that is. And it is technically the rarest shirt in my collection that I can safely say. And it is this one. There we go. Virtus Entella, back to Italy with this absolutely spectacular design. You've got the Ace of Spades, tribute to the founding father of the club. But how limited is this shirt? Well, it says on the front, this is number 60 of 110. Only 110 of these were ever made. And if you haven't seen the video, when I unpacked this one, you'll realize that this shirt is even more special than it maybe suggests, because you typically wouldn't have been able to get this with all the sponsors on, with the league patches, etc., unless you were to get one of the player worn shirts, which I think maybe they would have auctioned. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But I asked the club to apply them, and they did do so. So technically, possibly, this is an exceptionally rare shirt. It becomes more of a one of 15, 20 in that respect. So that's it. That is the rarest shirt in my collection, 110 of them. It's possible, even with the FC Elva shirt, there may be less than that, but it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. I think some of the ones that are in boxes, because not every box shirt has a number. I have a feeling, for instance, the Salzburg shirt there, that's probably quite a low number, partly because it comes with the Red Bull can. So, I don't imagine they're going to want to create a lot of those because the box is really, really detailed. And then the East 5 shirt that I bought with my name personalized within the actual shirt itself, that one is a limited one, and I think that it was only open to, I don't know how many people, 100, 200 people to buy it. So again, technically that's a really limited one, but I can't say for sure. So there we go. Those are technically my Rose shirts. I will always try and look out for numbered shirts. Who knows what I will pick up as the new season begins. I'm sure there'll be plenty of clubs trying to take advantage of this phenomenon. And I would like to know, what is the rarest shirt you own when it's numbered? Don't just say, oh, it's this random shirt from 1990s. I want to know if anybody's got any numbered shirt themselves. Maybe if it's one that I also have as well. That'd be very, very interesting to know. But that's it. Let me know, let me know what you think. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll see you in the next one with, we'll see what happens. Goodbye.